Okay, hello guys. Today we're going to continue from where we stopped in our last video, last tutorial. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead. I just want to create fix up a typical banking application will be able to do things like what? Deposit, withdrawal, maybe transfer, but we're going to keep this as simple as possible. So I will just try to implement just three operations: deposit, withdrawal, and transfer, as much as possible. So I'm going to go public. Let's call it void for now. Public void deposit. Just going to pass this into it. Say request body. I'm going to create a DTO. So a DTO is data transfer object. It's like the name implies, it's just used to transfer data. So I'm going to pass, let's say, payment DTO, for instance, payment DTO. Okay, so I need to create this create class. Okay, so I'm going to put it in DTOs. DTO. I'm going to say payment DTO finish. What do I want to be in this payment DTO? Things like private, long ID, private string, account. When you're making a payment, okay, account number, private string, let's say source account, private. You know what? I'm going to say source account destination destination account, and I'm going to explain this in a minute. So let me take off this one and say let's say amount. We're making a payment. Amount, source account, and the owner of this. So let's say the user ID, private long user ID. So I save this, and let me just quickly create a no argument constructor. Some people use Lombok for this, but I prefer to do it myself sometimes. I know. Yeah. So payment DTO, and then leave it empty, and then I'm going to create another. You know what? I'm just going to generate it. Spring Tool Suite has this nice thing you can use to generate constructor using fields. Generate. I'm just going to take out the super and edit. And then I'm going to do the getters and setters. Source, yeah, getters and setters. Getters and setters. Select OR. I'm also going to do the toString method here. I just we'll see why later. Generate getters and no toString. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to override the toString method here. I'm going to save this. Okay, I'm going to create the payment itself, new class payment, and I'm just going to make it like an entity. Eventually we will connect this to a database, so I'm going to just go ahead and do some housekeeping kind of stuff. So I can say payment. So now the difference is a DTO is used to transfer data of an object. The entity is it's connected to the database most of the time. So for instance, there might be some things you don't want to expose, so you just want to create a DTO class to transfer the fields of the object that you want to expose, and leave the rest out of it. So payment, I can say it's the same thing. So I'm just going to copy that one, copy this, this one, copy this and paste it here. No, I'm just going to copy these two first, paste it here, and then just change this DTO to this and this. Why is this system hanging? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to now generate the getters and setters. You know what? It's the same thing. I'm just going to copy it. Just need to change that DTO to payment. Alright, so save this. So let us get a service, connect this to the service class. So I'm going to create new class. I'm going to create another package here, service, and then I'm going to do payment service, payment service. This payment service, I'm going to make it an interface, and then define a few fields in this interface. Void, make, let's say, deposit, void withdrawal, is that correct? No, withdrawal, yeah. And void, let's say transfer for now, transfer. So I'm going to save this. Yeah, come back here. So I'm going to say, let's auto wire that. So auto wiring is just getting an instance of the class we want, giving it to Spring Boot to instantiate the class for us. That's what it means. So I'm going to say auto wire. I'm going to say payment service, payment service. The thing is, I actually private. So let's make this an implementation of the payment service, because the payment service is just an interface. First auto wired, import, and then this payment service. I'm going to create a payment service. I'm going to put it in the service package. Now I'm going to annotate this with a service annotation. Yeah, so now we have an instance of this. Let's go to this, so we can implement payment service, and then we can add unimplemented methods. So I can save this for now and come back here. So if I say payment service implementation dot deposit, so I want this function to be, this operation to be carried out when we hit this endpoint. So let me define the get, is it post mapping, and let's say deposit. Let's resolve this. So I'm going to pass this parameter to the deposit method. So it's complaining now, it wants us to make this right. So the thing is, the deposit function should also have this argument. So this, okay, so now it's happy. And the same for this guy. And we say payment DTO. DTO. Okay. let us, and now it's happy. So to keep this simple for us to get the points, I'm just going to map it directly. It's not really much, so I'm going to say payment equals new payment, and then you can say payment dot set amount. I can say payment DTO dot get amount, right? So yeah, and payment dot set. Now for a deposit, we are going to be using only destination account, so it's more like you are posting it into a particular account, so it's destination. Mind you, if we are doing like a transfer, it's going to be coming from one account going to another account, so that's why I have the source account in the payment service, in the payment DTO, but let's just focus on the deposit for now. So say set amount, no, not amount, set destination account. So I'm just going to say payment DTO dot get destination account, and next payment dot set source, just say user ID. We've done the amount, destination, and source account. Okay, so set the user ID, and then let's say payment DTO dot get user ID. Let us return the toString method. So say payment dot toString. So I want to introduce a logger, so we can say logger log equals to logger factory dot get logger factory, and then we say get logger factory, then we pass this to, and let's say the class, let us resolve this one. Oh, that's get iLogger, get logger, get logger, yeah. So I can say this log dot info plus now I want to return this method. So whenever you make the payment, record the payment, right? And just return this for us to see that the payment is made. So say payment entry. After making a deposit, you have to update the account balance. Okay, I'm going to cut this video here because I think it's getting long. I'm going to continue from here in the next tutorial.